Welcome. In this video, we're going to cover every single AI service inside Google Cloud's Vertex AI platform, what each one does, when you'd actually use it, and how they all connect together. By the end, you'll have a clear mental map of the entire platform, from building your very first agent, all the way to running it securely in production. Let's start with the big question: why does Vertex AI even exist? Think about what it actually takes to go from "I want an AI agent" to something running in production at your company. You have to pick the right model. From hundreds of options, you need to connect it to your private data without leaking any of it. You need to deploy it so it handles real traffic reliably, and you need governance controls so it doesn't go rogue. That's a lot of different problems to solve, and that's exactly why Vertex AI Agent Builder exists. It's a single, unified platform that handles every part of this journey. Let's see what it looks like. Here's the big picture. Vertex AI organizes every service into three phases: build, scale, and govern. In the build phase, you pick your model, start from a template, design your agent visually or in code, and connect it to your data. In the scale phase, you deploy it to a managed runtime, give it memory, and make it production ready. In the govern phase, you track, secure, and control your agents at enterprise scale. Keep this map in mind. Every service we cover fits into one of these three boxes. Let's start with build. Let's start with Model Garden. This is where everything begins. Model Garden is essentially a marketplace of over 200 AI models, all in one place inside Vertex AI. You've got Google's own Gemini models, Flash, Pro, and Ultra, Anthropic's Claude, Haiku, Sonnet, and Opus, Meta's open source Llama models, and Google's lightweight Gemma models for on-device use. The key thing here is that you are not locked in. You can swap models without rewriting your entire application, because Vertex AI provides a common API layer across all of them. Use Model Garden every time you start a new project. Once you've picked your model, the next question is, do you want to build from scratch or start with something that's already mostly built? Agent Garden is a library of pre-built agent templates inside the Google Cloud Console. Templates like a customer support agent, a data analysis agent, a document search agent. These aren't just demos, they're production-ready starting points. You pick the one closest to your use case, deploy it in one click, and then customize it for your specific needs. Think of it like an app store, but instead of apps, every item is a fully functional AI agent. This saves you weeks of initial setup time. Agent Designer is the visual, low-code tool inside Vertex AI. It gives you a drag-and-drop canvas where you can design your agent's logic without writing a single line of code. You can set up how your agent thinks, what tools it can use, what data it can access, and how it responds, all through a visual interface. The really smart part: once you're happy with the design, you can export it directly to ADK. The code-first framework, so developers can take over and add more complex logic. Use Agent Designer when you want to prototype fast, or when your team includes non-developers who need to contribute to the agent design. ADK is the code-first framework for developers who need full control. It's open source and supports Python, Go, Java, and TypeScript. With ADK you can build multi-agent systems, where a supervisor agent coordinates multiple specialized sub-agents. You can add guardrails that enforce company policies, connect your agent to any external tool or API, and stream real-time audio and video conversations. One important thing: ADK is framework agnostic. If your team already uses LangGraph or Llama Index, they still work with ADK. The best workflow? Prototype in Agent Designer, then hand off to ADK for production-grade development. AI models are powerful, but out of the box, they only know what they were trained on. They don't know your company's internal documents, policies, or customer data. That's where RAG Engine comes in. RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. Instead of asking the AI to answer from memory, RAG Engine first searches your private data, company docs, Google Drive files, Slack messages, BigQuery tables, retrieves the most relevant information, and then gives that to the AI to generate an accurate answer. The result? Your agent can answer questions like, "What's our refund policy?" accurately, without RAG. Your agents hallucinate. With RAG, they're grounded in fact. Great, so far we've covered everything in the build phase: how to pick a model, start from a template, design your agent, build it in code, and connect it to your data. Now let's move to phase 2. Scale, this is where you take that agent and make it production ready. 3 services, agent engine. Sessions, and memory bank, let's go. Agent engine is where your agent actually lives in production. Think of it like a managed hosting platform, but specifically designed for AI agents. You deploy your agent to agent engine, and it takes care of everything else: autoscaling, CI/CD, security, monitoring, and state management. The key benefit? You don't need a dedicated DevOps team to keep your agent running. Google Cloud handles the infrastructure. If you've used Cloud Run or AWS Lambda, Agent Engine is the same concept, but with all the agent-specific plumbing already built in. This is what moves your agent from. It works on my laptop, too. It's running reliably for 10,000 users. 2 services that often get confused, let me make them crystal clear. Sessions handle short-term memory. Within a single conversation, the agent remembers everything said so far. If you ask it to fix a bug, and then say fix it again, the agent knows what you're referring to when the chat ends. That memory is wiped. Memory bank is long-term memory. It stores information that persists across multiple sessions. So if a user told your support agent their preferred language 2 weeks ago, the agent still knows it today. The analogy I love. Sessions is like RAM, fast and temporary. Memory bank is like a hard drive, permanent storage across time. Together, these 2 services are what make your agent feel personal and intelligent, rather than like talking to a chatbot that forgets everything every time. We're now in the final phase. Govern, this is what separates a toy project from a real enterprise deployment. You can build the most powerful AI agent in the world, but if you can't track what it's doing, control what it can access, and protect it from attacks, you can't ship it to real customers. That's what the govern phase handles. 3 services, agent registry, agent identity, and model armor. Let's cover each one. 2 governance services that work side by side. Agent registry is your company's central catalog of every AI agent that's been built and deployed. Think of it like an internal app store. You can browse all the agents your company has created, see what tools they use, who owns them, and when they were last updated. This solves a real problem in large organizations. Teams build the same agent twice because they didn't know it already existed. Agent registry prevents that. Agent identity is how Vertex AI treats agents like real system participants. Each agent gets its own identity in Google Cloud's IAM system. Just like a human employee gets a badge, you can set permissions. This agent can read from BigQuery, but cannot write to it. This is critical for security. If an agent is ever exploited, its blast radius is limited exactly to the permissions you gave it. The final service is model armor, and this is one of the most important ones if you're deploying agents to external users. AI agents face real security threats that traditional software doesn't. Prompt injection, where a user crafts a message designed to override your agent's instructions. Data exfiltration, where an attacker tricks the agent into revealing sensitive information. Jailbreaking, bypassing your safety guardrails entirely. Model armor is a security layer that intercepts every input and output to your agent and checks it against a set of safety rules. It runs at the API level, which means it protects every call automatically. Think of it like a firewall, but instead of filtering network traffic, it filters AI interactions, combined with agent identity and agent registry. Model armor completes your governance picture. Alright, let's bring it all together. Here's your quick reference table for every Vertex AI service we've covered today. In the build phase, Model Garden for choosing models, Agent Garden for starting from templates, Agent Designer for no-code prototyping, ADK for full code development, and RAG Engine for connecting your private data. In the scale phase, Agent Engine for production deployment, Sessions for in-conversation memory, and Memory Bank for long-term memory across sessions. And in the govern phase, Agent Registry to catalog and discover all your agents, Agent Identity to control their permissions, and Model Armor to protect them from security threats. Screenshot this table, it's your cheat sheet. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, because we're going to do a deep dive series on every single one of these services. Each video will go further into the how, and show you real examples. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.